Welcome back to Great North Gaming, and it's great to have you here with us today. And it's time to continue our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode series. So we just finished in the last video, we just finished up the regular season. So we went 37, 37, and 8, so Bettman 500. It's a lot better than what we were expecting, considering that we were playing all of our rookies throughout the year. So we finished 26th in the NHL, so there is a chance that we can get the first overall pick. It's a slim chance, but let's hope for the best here. Looking at our player stats here. So starting by forwards, Heischer and Besser both had good years. Lekromaki, he had a great year as well, almost 30 goals. Hollinger, he had a good year. Howard, someone we picked up at the trade deadline. O'Connor, Ratty, Bluger, even Hag, he did pretty well. So I think we're going to have some good growth this year. And then goaltenders, we are still waiting on our prospect goaltenders. So we have to get the playoffs done here. We're going to sim round by round here, see who's going to take the Stanley Cup. But as I was looking around, I was looking at pending free agents, and look who's still available. I don't know, maybe New Jersey isn't going to get it done, and he's going to come back to free agency. If he's in free agency, I think we look to bring back Quinn Hughes back and do the ultimate power move here. So this could be really fun. I hope New Jersey does re-sign him, but let's see. Maybe they can't. If not, we are going to be offering Quinn Hughes a contract, and that will be the ultimate power move. Getting back all the assets from New Jersey and then bringing back Quinn Hughes, that's going to be sweet. So let's get the playoffs underway here. And round one, let's see who we got. So we have LA versus Seattle, Oilers versus Anaheim. Utah made the playoffs against Vegas. Colorado versus Dallas, that's going to be a good series. Toronto versus New Jersey, Tampa versus Ottawa, New York Rangers versus Buffalo. Buffalo finally made the playoffs. Pittsburgh versus Washington, that's going to be a good series. Maybe the last time a Crosby-Ovi series. All right, let's get the first round done. We'll be right back. Alrighty here, so we're just about done the end of the season, the end of the first round here, I'm sorry. So Toronto beat New Jersey 4-1, so maybe Quinn Hughes has had enough of New Jersey, maybe he doesn't like playing with his brothers. New York swept Buffalo, so Buffalo's pain continues. Ovi beat Crosby in a 4-0 sweep, and then Tampa and Ottawa's at a 3-2. Everyone's at a 3-2 here, so let's sim a day, see who else gets through. So Edmonton beat Anaheim, Colorado beat Dallas, Tampa beat Ottawa. And then we have Game 7 versus LA and Seattle and Utah versus Vegas. Let's see. And we have LA and Utah got through. So let's get the second round done. Already here, we're just about done this second round here. So Tampa Bay beat Toronto. We have 3-2 series lead over Washington by New York, 3-2 for Colorado over Utah, and 3-2 over for Edmonton over LA. So let's see who's going to get through here. One more game. So we have a Colorado and Edmonton Western Conference Final and a New York Tampa Bay. All right, so we got some good matchups here. Let's see who's going to be going to the Stanley Cup Final. Alrighty here, so just about finished the conference finals here. So Tampa Bay is through. They swept the New York Rangers. And Nathan MacKinnon has a 3-2 lead over Connor McDavid, Edmonton Oilers. Let's see who's going to be going to the Stanley Cup Final to play Tampa Bay. And it's going to be a Colorado-Tampa Bay. Nathan MacKinnon beat Connor McDavid. All right, let's sim game by game here. Let's see who's going to win the Stanley Cup here. Game 1 goes to Colorado. Game 2 goes to Colorado. Game 3, oh my God, is Colorado going to sweep Tampa here? And Colorado sweeps Tampa to win the Stanley Cup. Wow. And the Grand Rapids Griffins won the Calder Cup. All right, let's take a look at the awards here. Alrighty. So, Connor McDavid is still cupless so far in this franchise mode. So Colorado won the Stanley Cup there. President's Trophy went to the LA Kings. And then Prince of Wales there, we know. Connor McDavid won the Art Ross and the Hart again. Still not that Stanley Cup, buddy. James Norris went to Thomas Harley. Wow, that's a good season for him. Lady Bing went to Bouchard. Calder went to Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. Okay, that should be some good growth for him. Nathan McKinnon won the Conn Smythe. Vegemelka. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Vezina Trophy. William M. Jennings, UC Saros. Bill Masterton. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Muse won the Jack Adams. Crosby won the Selke. Ted Lindsay went to McDavid. And the Maurice Richard went to McDavid. Wow. And this guy still can't get Edmonton to win a Stanley Cup. That is rough. Whew. Alrighty, so let's get up here to the draft and see with the draft lottery. Hopefully we can move up. And we won the first overall draft pick. Oh my God, I was not expecting that. We went from 7 to 1. Oh my God, we're getting Landon DuPont. Oh, this is insane. Alrighty. I was not expecting that. I was expecting to get 7. Okay, this really helps the rebuild here. Okay, this is exciting. Oh, okay. Few retired players. Let's see who's retired here. Kopitar calls it quits. Corey Perry calls it quits. Letang calls it quits. Krug. Jack Johnson. Radko Gudas. Could have came back for one more season, man. Reached that 1,000 game mark. No one else really here. And then goaltenders. Jonathan Quick retired. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it, my man. Alrighty, so that's the retired players. We'll take a look if we lost any coaches there. Let's continue simming there. Alrighty, so let's hop in and let's take a look at our draft class here. So Landon DuPont, first overall. Alexei Joseph. This guy must be created. He's probably good, but we got to take Landon DuPont for sure. 100% we have to take Landon DuPont. So, alrighty. So let's hop into the NHL entry draft. I don't really have any moves I want to make. I want to wait till free agency, see what our team's looking like for next season, and maybe we can make a run for the Stanley Cup here. So, first overall pick here, we do not need to waste any time. Landon DuPont. Thank the hockey gods. I am so excited. So, Landon DuPont, welcome to... And he's from the WHL. I don't know where he's from. Maybe he's from Vancouver. Or maybe he's from BC. So maybe he's a hometown boy here. So Landon DuPont, welcome to the Vancouver Canucks. 81 overall. Okay. Offensive defenseman, medium franchise. All right, this guy's going to be sweet. All right. And then we have pick 17 as well here. So, whew. Another center. Yeah, I'm always good to take centers. Perfect. 71 overall, medium top 6. That's pretty good. It's only about a year off. Vislin. Is there any potential? No. Gotta do a better job at scouting. Medium top 9. Low elite here, let's take this guy. 67, low elite, center sniper, that could be good. Left wing, top 6 playmaker. Yeah, let's go with this guy here. Need to bolster up the left wing anyways here, so let's sim to pick 57. No, I don't want 2 force for my second. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to take a chance on this guy here. Medium top 9. Low elite. Medium top 4, 2A. Let's try this guy. Medium top 6. Not a deep draft. Alright, no problem. Grinder. Let's try this guy. Maybe he can be a depth guy. Medium top 6, 57. Okay. Not too great. Yeah, they did not do a good job this year. Alright, let's try this guy. Medium elite, medium top 6. Alright. So this draft is not looking too good here. So what I'm thinking here is let's call a timeout. Let's just trade some of our draft picks for next year here. Let's go with Buffalo here. Here we get more here. Perfect. So we got rid of some of our draft picks. Let's just... Perfect. There we go. So we got draft picks for next year, so let's just get out of the draft here. So we got Landon DuPont. That was the big... That's insane. That really accelerated our rebuild. But now do we trade get Quinn Hughes if he's still available? We have 2 offensive defensemen. I don't know. That would be insane, though. We have $46 million. Oh, my God. All right, so let's get the re-sign stage here done. All right, so looking at our goaltenders, Lascelles up to an 80 already, so that's perfect. And Meldiev is a 76. So these guys, I think I want to play next year. Meldiev is either in the AHL or the backup. We'll decide. But Toplio, you can go, my man. 73-22. Let's keep this guy here. He can just be an AHL player for us. Defenseman. So we have Hronek, Wallander. He's up to an 84. Nemec is up to an 83. Reinbacker's up to an 83. Danforth's an 82. And then Landon DuPont. So let's sign that man. So we got Landon DuPont signed. So looking at our defensive core now, so we have Wallander, who's a medium top 4 2-way. Nemec is a 2-way. Reinbacker, he's a 2-way guy. And Ben Danforth, he's a 2-way guy. And then we have Landon DuPont, the offensive defenseman. Oh my God. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if we keep Hronek, but do we sign Quinn Hughes? That's the question. and then we could retrade him and get more assets for him when Lynn Dupont's ready to take over the offense. All right. I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We also have Sylviev down here as well. He's a defensive defenseman. Okay. Trevor Rim, we can re-sign him in the... Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Joseph, we still have on the team. You can come back. Perfect. 800 grand. Take that. I'll just sign him one. That's fine. If he jumps up, that's good. We have such a good young defensive core. All these guys are ready to, like, even these top 6 guys, I think they're going to grow. So they're growing quite well already. So we have a lot of young defensemen coming up. But if Quinn Hughes' interest is high to come back to Vancouver, he can come back and be the captain. I don't know. All right, let's look at right wingers. Besser, Lekkermacki, Gustav Nyquist. You can go. Anthony Mantha, we still have. Easton Cowens and 80. So he jumped up on Colson. I don't know if he's going to be anything. Boldivier, you can go. 70, 24. We'll keep him around. He might be good for the AHL. Joe Ginla, we'll wait on you to sign. Just let him play down in the AHL. Looking at left wingers here, Chris Kreider, you can go to free agency. O'Connor's definitely someone I want to bring back. I like his defensive stats. He's great defensively, so I'd be willing to overpay for you. He has pretty high interest here. Let's try 2 years at 3.3. Brendan Gallagher, you can go to free agency. Sonny Milano, you can go to free agency. Perron, you can go to free agency. We don't need these guys sticking around. We have a lot of young players. We can sign some depth if we need to. Baines, you can go. You're going to be nothing. 73-19. Let's sign Mullen here. He can play in the AHL. Perfect. So centers. So we still have Nico Hischier. He's signed long term. Bluger I'd like to bring back too. He wants some money. That's fine. We have so much money right now. Mueller, you can come back. They can stay unsigned right now. You can get off the team. Alrighty, let's advance a day here, see who signs. Bluger's back, O'Connor's back, perfect, everyone is back. So let's just look at all expiring, perfect, and then just unsigned, potential. I think we're all good there. And goaltenders, we're all good there. Alrighty, so let's hop in. Let's take a look at our coaching staff here. So we need an AHL assistant and AHL goalie coach. So Patrick Waugh's here, which is great, because he's going to teach our young goalies this year, and hopefully they can have a good growth year. So let's hop to free agency here and see who's available. Alrighty, so let's take a look at free agency, and Quinn Hughes is available, and he is interested in coming, very highly interested in coming here. Do we do it? Oh. All right. Let's look at our team here. We want $17 million. The cap is going up. We have the money. That's not the problem. So we have Lankinen, Lascelles. We can trade away Lankinen this year if we want to run with Lascelles, which I think we do. We want to run with our rookies. At least Lascelles. Defensively, Hronek, Wallander, Nemec, Reinbacher, Danford, DuPont, Silviev. Yeah, if we bring in Quinn Hughes, who are we going to be taking out? Forwards, we have Hischier, Besser, Lecker-Mackey, Hollinger, Howard, O'Connor, Bluger, Haig, Mantha, Cowan, Podkolzin, Ratty. All right, let's take a look at our contract extensions for next year and try to get some of our players signed. So Wallander, we can't give a contract extension. Reinbacher doesn't want an extension. So maybe that's someone we move off of if we want to bring in Quinn Hughes. Easton Cowan doesn't want an extension either. But let's try to get, even if he becomes like a third line playmaker for us, that could be really good. All right, 8 years at 2.7, and I'll give him some trade protection. All right, Anthony Mantha, no. Hollinger. Yeah, I definitely want to keep Hollinger. I like long-term deals. But that's a little too long. 4 years. $4.5. Let's try that. Isaac Howard. I don't know why we can't sign him. Lorenz, centers. Yeah. So we can afford them. We definitely can afford them. Let's see who else is available here. Kent Johnson, he doesn't want to come here. We don't need a winger. We need a center. We could bring in someone like Ryan O'Reilly for this year. He doesn't really want to come here. All right, let's take a look at just UFAs here. So goalies, Kemper, Montembeault, Greaves. I don't think we can just sign one guy here, Soderblom. Yeah, we can sign this guy just as a third string goaltender. If we use him, we use him. If we don't, we don't. Defenseman Quinn Hughes. $17.25 for 7 years. I think we do it. I think we do it. Let's do it. I think we'd be dumb not to do this. $17.5 for 7 years. Can I give you a modified no move clause? There we go. And then we can trade him if we want to. All right, let's try that. 17.6 for 7 years for Quinn Hughes. He comes back. Auto accepts. He comes back to Vancouver. He saw the long game here. He screwed over his brothers. All righty. So Reinbacher is definitely someone we can trade now, especially if he doesn't want a contract extension. So let's look at a trade to bring in another center for this trade. So let's hop into player search. All right, so we're in player search here. Can I just sort by centers? Oh my God. All right, so just looking at the best players here, let's go down here. I just had an idea. I just had an amazing idea. Quinn didn't want to play in New Jersey, but do his brothers want to play in Vancouver? We could make a blockbuster here. So Quinn, Jack Hughes. We're going to have to give up so much. Luke is an offensive defenseman. I don't know if it's going to work with Landon DuPont. That's a lot of trade value. No, he doesn't want to be traded. Okay. I know we just drafted him, but do we give up Landon DuPont, a franchise defenseman, to bring in Jack and Luke Hughes to Vancouver? They're signed for the next 3 to 5 years. Unite all the Hughes brothers on this team. We have Nico Hischier. Okay. I kind of like this idea. Luke is... All right. Let's do this. We got to give them back something good. So let's give them... And let's give them Reinbacher. So, Landon DuPont and Reinbacher for Jack and Luke Hughes. Will it go through? Trade rejected. Okay. I'll give you your first. I'll give you your first back. Sweeten it just a touch. Okay. And let's give up 2 second-round picks. This is a big trade. Landon DuPont isn't proven. Reinbacher isn't quite proven. Will this go through? Trade accepted. We have all the Hughes brothers on Vancouver. I was not expecting to do this today. But now Quinn, Jack, and Luke all on the same team. Oh my God, this team. I think we're a playoff team now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Still want to play the young guys. But let's look at the center core. Yeah, honestly, I think we are good here. So let's just look at let's hire some staff here. So we need an assistant coach and a goalie coach. So let's hop to hiring some staff. All right, so we're taking a look for an AHL goalie coach or AHL assistant coach here. I'm just looking for someone with good teaching. A- here, perfect. AHL assistant coach, we'll give you some good money here. 760. Let's give you 800 there. I want to make sure I get you. And is there any goalie coaches here? Goalies, perfect. And then AHL goalie coach, perfect. Perfect. And then let's take a look at hire scouts. So, yeah, I'll take care of hiring some scouts. I'll be right back. And we got all the scouts signed, and Easton Cowan accepted our 8-year contract extension, so that's good. And Niles Hollinger also accepted. Perfect. So Actually, we just got to take a look at our salary cap here. All right, so we are over the cap floor, so we are good to go here. So we'll see you in the regular season. Alrighty here, so we are up here at the beginning of the regular season. So let's go to our roster moves here. Let's see who all jumped up here. So goalies, we have Lankinen and Soderblom. No, we want Lascelles and Medvedev. They can come up. They're coming up. They're playing this year. We're going to have a 1-2 punch in net. Lankinen. Maybe we can move off of. All right. So we have Quinn Hughes, Luke Hughes, Phil Peronic, Wallander, Nemec, Silviev, and Danford. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Nemec, he's a lefty. He can play left. Silviev can play left. He's a defensive defenseman. I definitely want him. Honestly, I like Danford's stats a little bit better. Yeah, I think Silviev is the odd man out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then the forwards here. Podkolzin. Anthony Mantha, you can go down. I don't need you on the team. All right, so let's take a look at the lines here. This should be exciting here. So, head coach preferred lines. No, we're not going that top heavy there. So, Hischier, Jack Hughes, Besser, Isaac Howard. Let's get you up on the first line there. And for some reason, I imagine Easton Cowan and Isaac Howard playing together with Nico Hischier. That could be an insane second line. I think Isaac Howard's... Okay, let's do this for now. Isaac Howard can play there. Hollinger, Hag, and O'Connor there. And then we can go Bluger, Ratu, and Podkolzin. All right, so we got to have some conversations with some people to work out some chemistry here, but I like this forward group. It's still young. We still got to grow some players here, but I definitely think we can do some damage here. Defensively, yeah, we can't play the Hughes brothers on the same line here. So, Jack Hughes and Hronek. Luke Hughes and Wallander, Nemec and Danford. Okay, I like that defensive core a lot. Alrighty, and in the net, Lascelles. And then we got to go through and edit the power play lines here. Jack Hughes. Oh my God. Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, Luke Hughes, Nico Hischier, and Brock Besser. That's going to be insane. Second line, Hag, Hollinger. No, let's get Isaac Howard in there. Easton Cowan. Lecker Mackey's there. Hronek. Yeah, he can run the defense. That's good there. Four-man. Oh my God. That's insane. Power. And then penalty kill. Hischier, Ratu. Yep, that's good. Hronek and Wallander. Yep, that's good there. Penalty kill 2. Hag and Luger. Let's get Luger in the center there. Luke Hughes and Quinn Hughes. That's good there. Penalty kill 3. Jack Hughes. You know what? Let's, just for fun here, let's get Jack Hughes on the second man penalty kill there. Get all the brothers playing together. We've got Sundin's 2.0, but we have one more. Alrighty, guys, so we got the lines edited here. I'm going to take care of the coaching conversations by myself here. Just taking a look at the AHL lines here. Coots, I don't think... Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe we play Coots instead of Podkolzin on the fourth line there. Yeah, I think we should play Coots there instead of Podkolzin. What's his rating? Is he minor leagues? He's a depth forward. Yeah, we should probably be playing him in the NHL. Other than that, there's no one else really down here. Sylviev, we got to decide what we're going to do with him. Maybe we trade him for another forward. Maybe we package him with one of our other forwards for another top 6. We can see about that. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for this one here. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next one for the regular season. Have a great day, and peace.